This is a, watch this, Joe with a good run, slides. Oh.
First of all, you will never see a hit that hard from a man named Kiko ever again.
This is a, watch this, Joe with a good run, slides. Oh.
I mean, Kiko Alonso sounds like a name for a man who has his own cologne. Have you tried the new Dolphin scent by Kiko Alonso? Oh, God, oh! The other thing is, you know, if you ask Joe Flacco if he'd be willing to take one hit like that every game, if it guaranteed the Ravens would win just like they did in this one, he would say no. No, definitely not, and fuck you for even thinking I would let my brain get bashed in like that on a weekly basis. Fuck you. You're welcome, Joe. Welcome to That's Good, Dirty Ass Kiko Alonso Sports. I am Brandon Perna, and that was a dirty hit on Joe Flacco. Is Kiko the sound a dolphin actually makes? Do you think Kiko should have been ejected? That's the question I want to ask. Well, I think if you've never played football, you're probably thinking, yes, oh my God, that was the worst. Get that blonde douche off the field. And if you have played football, then you understand how fucking fast plays happen. Yes, dirty hit. Yes, he should have pulled up. But making a decision like that in a split second when you've got a quarterback in your sights it's really hard. He was penalized, and it's really unfortunate that Joe Flacco was injured and left the game with a concussion that will probably affect him forever. Fortunately for Joe, not many people are named Kiko, because every time he hears that name, he is sure to get Vietnam-like flashbacks with a strong dose of PTSD. People love seeing stuff like this. That's why we watch football. Don't believe me? Just listen to the excitement in Jim Nance's voice as it happened.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, not the ball comes out, helmet's off.
People are saying, this is the worst hit I've ever seen. This is the worst football hit I have ever seen. Bullshit. If this is the worst hit you've ever seen, you must have just started watching football today. If the hit was so bad, then why were Romo and Nance talking like happy schoolgirls while it happened?
Let me get over here and then, no, excuse me. I mean, like as if that guy wasn't there. This happens all the time on the team.
Those well-trained feet with all the Irish dancing.
Now, all over Twitter, people were screaming for Alonso to be ejected, saying the NFL failed. They failed. Personally, the last thing I think the NFL needs is more ejections and more rules making it harder for defenders to play the goddamn game. You can't hit a QB high, you can't hit a QB low, and yes, when he slides, you can't hit him either. But maybe players would be less inclined to hit QBs on the run if they could hit them in the goddamn pocket. Or at least stick their hands in their pockets and give them a good squeeze. This game was crazy. There was a pussy on the field. And no, I'm not talking about every player for the Dolphins offense. I'm talking about this actual cat. And Tony Romo does, well, all right, play-by-play.
So look at this, Jim. This is like how you ran in high school. Look at that. Perfect form, extension. I mean, and doesn't even get phased that there's people around. Just look at the change of direction. Does he get both feet in right here at the end, Jim?
Well, he turns it upfield.
That's way too much fun at this point. I feel like we're just like in that tired mode where you're delirious and you're laughing at silly things.
Alonso doesn't have a history of doing this. That should be considered. If it were Vontaze Burfict, then fine, eject him, because he'll probably do it again in 5 minutes. Football is a game where the objective is to hit the guy with the ball as hard as he can. Every now and then, one of those hits won't be pretty. Yeah, it will be disturbing every now and then. Doesn't mean that player needs to be ejected. Doesn't have to be a big old thing. What's next? We eject a player if they raise their head while getting hurdled and hit another man in the bolts and screw, dick and balls. cock and cojones, salmon and eggs, the breadstick and dipping sauces, the baby carrot and giant potatoes, as my wife calls it. That's personal. Anyway, I saw the hit, said, oh shit, that will be a penalty, and was just a little surprised by all the analysts pining for his ejection. You know what I think every week? Is the NFL would be better with even more regulation on the field. Maybe one day the QB will have a designated hit taker. Like in baseball, a guy who stands by him all game, runs wherever he runs, and that's the guy that gets hit, so another precious NFL QB is never ever hurt again. Can we see the hit one more time?
This is a, watch this, Joe with a good run, slides.
Oh God, no, okay, yeah, all right, that was bad. That was, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Oh man, sorry Joe. This episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. You can download the SeatGeek app with the link in the description. Use my promo code, That's Good, all one word, and you will get $20 off your first ticket purchase. So if you want to see more players getting their brains bashed in, legally or illegally, buy football tickets. Buy football tickets. SeatGeek, promo code That's Good. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Subscribe here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I've got a ton of football videos where I talk about a lot of football and a lot of shit. I would love a sub. Share on socials. Good night. Dolphin sent by Kiko Alonso.